A very happy morning to all of you. Today we will start a new topic, the ball poem. This is a poem from your book First Flight. The poet of the poem is John Berryman, and something about the poet. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar. He is best known for the dream songs. This was written in 1969, which was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Songs. He also won National Book Award. So now something about the poem. The poet John Berryman. In this poem, the poet has described the reality of life, which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life, which comes after a loss. First 4 lines of the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Merrily means cheerful and bouncing means jumping up and down. So the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. So here in first 2 lines, the poet asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from boy's hand, it went into the street and after this it fell into the nearby river. Next, no use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. Here, grief means sorrow, rigid means fixed, trembling means shaking, harbor means dock or port. It means a bank of some water body. As you see in the picture, the boy is standing at the bank of this water body. This is called harbor. Intrude means invader. It means a person who interfere in some matter. Dime here means 10 cents. This is currency of US. Worthless means valueless or useless. So, in these lines, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls also. He has already other balls. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sadness. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water. This reminds him those sweet memories of the time when he owned it and when he used to play with it. This loss is unbearable for him. This loss is very much bigger for him. This was unbearable. And he is grief stricken, means this sorrow is fixed in him. The poet says that he cannot even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belongings to the boy. It will not bring the memories of the boy. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. This is exactly the truth of life, the reality of life. The next line of the poem is, in a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Some word meanings. Possessions means here ownership. External means here things with which feelings are not attached. These are external things. Desperate means hopeless. Epistemology is a Greek word. It means knowledge. So in this line here the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world, in this world of possession means materialistic world, many of his things will be lost. He personifies the ball. Here he personifies the ball as his belongings. It may be his relatives, it may be his other things, money and property, all these things. And all his belongings, be it the worldly things or the relationship he is in possession of. So he says that he has to learn to live without them, no matter what. Means no matter what it is, what he has lost, but he must learn to live without these things that he has lost. He says no one can buy back such things for him. The poet said this thing because according to him money cannot buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. It will not be able to buy the memories that are attached with these things. He says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things, sense of loss. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life, the sorrows of life, and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the odd miseries, problems of life that everyone has to bear. So this is the explanation of the poem. Here you can see the story map of this poem. First of all, theme of the poem is, the poem deals with the theme of loss and its acceptance. Means we have to accept, we must accept the loss to stand up again. Rhyming scheme and tone. The poem is written in blank verse. Blank verse means there is no rhyming scheme of the poem. The tone used is somber and stoic. The poem uses the imagery of a ball to reflect on the nature of loss and acceptance. Here means the ball is symbolized for some materialistic things and relationship and other belongings. Here poetic devices use symbolism. The ball symbolizes the things we love. It may be our relations, it may be our belongings. Repetition and alliteration. Repetition means repetition of some word, and alliteration means repetition of a consonant sound in the beginning of words. like what, balls, buys a ball back. You can see these lines in your poem. So here is the short summary also. Now the questions. These are some extract based questions. As you know, according to the revised syllabus of CBSE, extract based questions now are more important because these are now containing 10 marks, 5 for prose and 5 for poetry. So these questions may help you very much, and you will score whole 10 marks. Yes, question number 2, this is also extract based questions. Now short answer type questions. Question 1, what does John Berryman want to convey through this poem? Now you know about this question. Question number 2, write the sum and substance of the poem. Here you have to write the main idea, the central idea of the poem, the main theme of the poem. Question number 3, money is external. What does the poet mean by this expression? Money is external means money cannot give us internal happiness. Money can buy things, but it cannot buy memories which are connected with these things. Question number 4, why did the poet not offer the boy money to buy another ball? The poet did not offer the boy money to buy another ball because he want to the boy to make the boy to learn the knowledge of laws, to accept reality of life, truth of life. These are some long answer type questions. First, why is it important for everyone to experience loss and to stand up after it? You can write in your words easily. Second question, should the boy be allowed to grieve for his ball if his loss is irreparable or irretrievable? Irreparable means which cannot be repaired, and irretrievable means incurable, which cannot be cured. Then how should one handle it? What lessons can be learned? Question number 3 is, how did the boy really react to the loss of the ball? Or was he fearful of something or someone? Was he fearful? No, he really reacted to the ball. Can our attention be directed toward his family and other people? Or there any lesson to be learned? Dear students, there are answers of long answer type questions, but it doesn't mean you have to write word to word from these answers. These answers are to be read only. You simply read these answers so that you will get an idea how to write the answers. Okay, these are not perfect answers. You are to write in your words, in your thoughts. These questions are hot questions. So these are answers. You can read this and you can compose these answers in your own words with your own thoughts. So I hope you have now understood better the poem explanation and question answers. So thank you and have a nice learning.